Alistair Birch of Australian radio. For us Western Europeans it seems a little bit strange that Australian media are interested in the Eurovision. How come?
It's not strange at all. Australia is a country of migrants. We're from all over the place. I was born in England. A lot of Australians were not born in Australia. And when you are Australian, you have a link still to the old country. We have government radio stations broadcast in about 70 different languages, including French and Dutch, not in Flemish, but in Dutch. And we show the Eurovision on the minorities TV channel, which is SBS.
Which particular media are covering the Eurovision besides then SBS?
Well, it's become really a bit of a party weekend. We don't show the event live because we can't, because it's the middle of the night, and so we show the semi-final, 1, 2, and the grand final on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all in a row, consecutive days. And so in the lead up to the Eurovision, we do interviews on all the breakfast radio stations in all the larger capitals, in some of the regional stations as well, and we also have some stuff on the national programme. So on the radio there's a big interest leading up to the television broadcast.
It's been told generally that Eurovision is very popular down under, but is it really in general popular or only at minority groups?
It started at the minority level. It's now gone a bit more mainstream. Certainly I don't represent SBS, but their ratings for the Eurovision are much higher than you'd expect for a minorities programme, because a lot of third or fourth or even longer generation Australians are getting into the party spirit now, and they're joining in. So it's really become a kind of a big national party weekend.
In Europe, Eurovision is very popular in the gay scene. Is it also in Australia?
Yes, probably as well, but I don't think that's it only. I think it's very popular with families as well. It's just nice, entertaining television.
Besides ABBA, are there other Eurovision artists that are very popular in Australia?
Well, of course, the most successful Australian singer at the Eurovision, or Australian-born singer at the Eurovision, he won 3 times, is of course Johnny Logan. He represented Ireland, but he was born in Victoria, and for at least 2 of his 3 wins, he was carrying his Australian passport.
You have also Olivia Newton-John and Gina G, if I'm right?
I think you're better informed than I am. Yes, no, there are Australians every year who turn up at some point. A few years ago in Athens, the lead German singer was Australian, and that meant a very busy Eurovision for me. This year it's been a bit quieter.